Welcome to the No Shot NBA podcast with Chuck and Duck. And engineer Ben behind the scenes.
Welcome back to the No Shots pod. We back. Episode 5, Shot or No Shot. Today we're running down a bevy of topics, a list of topics. BB is official. BB is in the house.
I'm not editing anything though. It's
That's
still
fine.
EB in the proceeds.
That's fine. But BB's here. We got in-season tournament impressions. Group play, of course. We got No Shots went on a field trip.
Field trip.
Hey, I'm ready to
Yes,
eat a sandwich
yes.
with the bus driver.
Oh yeah, the
Our
field trip.
Overreactions to the first quarter of the NBA season. Shot or no shot. It's a little fun game that we invented. We got the hometown romp, or should I say rants.
Oh. Who we talking about today, Duck?
We got some Clippers Nation heating up.
Oh.
Manage me loud.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. And most importantly, what everyone's anticipating, who's going to win the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes? Oh, this is the No Shots pod with Chuck and Duck. BB on the ones and twos.
Brooklyn, baby.
We got Chuck to my left.
Hello.
And we got Brooklyn Ben to my right.
BB.
I guess I am to you, right?
BB.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
If
It's a little
move
circle.
sideways,
So
it's
now
still a
you're
circle.
Manhattan Danny, by the way.
Manhattan Dan.
That's just you out there. We all gone.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Technically, we all live in
MD.
3 different
MD.
boroughs of New
Yeah,
York City.
this is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is we need to find a Staten Islander right away.
It's kind of like this triangle right here.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The Broadway Triangle.
The Broadway Triangle.
No
Broadway
shot.
runs through all of our neighborhoods. What we got? How was we had a holiday pass.
We
How
did
was
have
your-
a holiday.
How was your Thanksgiving, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a nice. I went home to Massachusetts. Went with the Celtics.
Yep.
Went to my family, and as per usual, I watch every Thanksgiving is trains, planes, and automobiles.
Ooh, classic.
It is. I don't know. It's sneaking into my top 10
Ooh.
movies of all time. It just gets better every time.
I do love it.
And there is a. Do you remember they have a basketball line drop in the movie that's kind of
No.
a standout. I feel like it's a top NBA drop line.
Oh yeah.
They're in the car, right? And John Candy is arguing with Steve Martin's character, and Steve Martin asks him what annoys, what his character, Steve Martin's
Yeah.
character, is annoying. What about him is annoying? And John Candy is saying that he plays with his balls a bunch, and he's like, Steve Martin's like, no, I do not. And John Candy responds, Larry Bird doesn't do as much ball handling in one night as you do in 1 hour.
Larry Bird doesn't do as much.
Yeah, I do
handling in
remember
one
this
night.
line.
It's a
Yeah.
classic.
It is classic.
So yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh, I went up to Irvington, New York.
Ooh.
Aunt and Uncle's house.
Yep. Shout out Auntie.
Shout out Aunt
Uncle.
Cynthia and Uncle Matt.
Yep.
Cousin Hudson was home from college, Bates University, in the city of America's most recent mass shooting. Very tragic. Sorry to
Yeah.
bring the mood down. But, I joked with him about it. He's fine. Everybody's fine.
Oh yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, that was
I remember
scary.
your
You
mom's
guys
talking
were
about
both
that.
there.
Yeah,
and I
that
just
was
see on
really scary.
Instagram, like,
The live update.
Bates
You know,
kids get
it's-
inside, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
You know it's serious when you start turning on the news
Yeah.
yeah,
to watch.
right.
That was
what's going on.
scary.
Well, also,
Yeah.
you
Glad
guys,
he's okay,
You
though.
guys were all hanging out with my mom that evening.
Yeah. It was fun to hang out with your mom.
Yeah, and she's begging for time on the podcast. So.
Yeah.
Was that
well-
opening night?
We'll get you on soon.
We were watching a game.
Yeah,
that night.
that was the opening night, or third
Of the
night.
NBA?
Yeah, that was early. That was the first time we saw Wemby.
It was around Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably was. It was a Wemby game.
It was
yeah,
like
it was
the
like
first or second
Wemby's,
night
maybe Wemby's debut
of the NBA. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, other than that, though, I had a lovely Thanksgiving. My Uncle Matt,
Good.
former chefed it up.
You chefed it up. Nice.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I made a pie.
What'd you guys have?
You made a pie?
Yeah, I made a pumpkin pie. Easiest
pumpkin
pie in the
pie?
world, you know.
yeah.
But
I made pre-pie. That's my Thanksgiving tradition where I make a pie on the day before
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. So that way we have pie to eat the
next day,
night before. Because my mom's a little stringent on the pies. And, you know, it gets on her nerves a little bit, which is maybe why I like it a little too much.
Wait, you mean she wants less pies, or
She wants well, she does get upset that there's being too many pies being made.
You
How
got
too
ones.
many pies is never a problem.
It's
to me,
kind of not a problem, yeah.
But
right?
you know, it originated with my kind of my late. I mean, I joked this was a bit that I had just for years,
Yeah.
but now I've put it into action. And my late grandma, it really started when I think it was it might have been her. I think it was second to last Thanksgiving before she passed, but she's a very dominating the kitchen. Like anyone starts doing something in her kitchen, she's like, "What are you doing?"
This is
What's
my
going
kitchen.
on?
Yeah.
And but I went into her kitchen and I made a pie, a blueberry pie from scratch, and the tradition went from a bit to a real tradition.
Real
So,
tradition.
Did you make blueberry pie this year?
Yeah, it's a blueberry
It's
pie.
my favorite pie.
It's good. It's good. Great with ice cream.
Did we
Oh,
never
delicious.
make a blueberry pie like in Prague together?
Perhaps
I made
I'm
one
not sure.
after you were gone. I recall,
course.
but I tried that one time, but the crust was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What did? And
What about you?
How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was good. I just hung out at home, spent it with my sister. A few people came by. She helped her cook a little bit.
No. Favorite thing you ate?
Her mac and cheese was amazing.
Mac and cheese. That's something I gotta get my family.
I will
to do.
say
me
with the
too. But we're white.
Oh, yeah.
So
true, you guys didn't grow
It's
up
not
with
gonna
mac and
happen, bro.
cheese at Thanksgiving.
Oh man.
Fair enough. I will say my mom always makes a bunch of pumpkin pies and she swears it's the best ever.
I do love.
It's pretty
pumpkin
good.
pie.
probably wasn't as good as mine.
I need
No, I
to
think it's
have
better,
a
yeah.
slight. It's
I
like
think
a,
she's fallen off.
Mine is
and
from a
it's
can,
still
you know.
better.
But I, you
Of
know,
course,
Hers is from a
of
can
course,
too,
It's gotta
though.
be from a
Where
can.
else would you get it?
Where else you would get pumpkins from?
It's
this
not
time of year?
that pumpkin
Pumpkins
pie
grow in
is my
cans.
pumpkin pie is not my favorite, but I need to have a slice of it.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. I was the only disappointment for me really was there was no ice cream.
To go with it, yeah. Or whipped cream,
Pumpkin,
something.
no whipped cream. We had pumpkin pie with whipped cream, but when there's apple pie, there ought to
Oh,
be
you gotta
some
go out of
vanilla.
mode.
Yeah, at least, you know.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, she does get upset if there's like any other desserts being eaten that night. That's not her pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's like I'm making so many things tomorrow, and you have the gall to make something
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. So I could
why?
relate with
But
you
I've
there.
You got to eat stuff that night.
You do,
But it's a
do.
dessert.
But it's a dessert, so it's
a
like
specific, yeah.
Yeah, it's extra.
Encroaching on their territory.
Yeah. So,
type deal.
but you know what? I've snuck in there, so
Yeah.
now it's
This is-
kind of 3 years running. So
Okay.
Yep.
I understand more about your personality now.
Exactly. We went to Chuck and Duck went to a Friendsgiving.
Oh yeah,
few
we
weeks
did.
ago.
I wrote
No
a 5-paragraph essay.
Yep. This will forever be known as the party that Chuck wrote an essay.
And Nicole, our friend,
Yep.
um,
Shout out to Nicole.
she-
Shout Nate
Yeah.
and
she graded it.
Yep.
And she said that if the historical event that I wrote about was true, which it wasn't, but if we both agreed that it was true, she would have given me a C+. Actually, no, and she said A-.
No, yeah, she would give you an A if it was true, but because it wasn't true,
True,
she gave
she
you
was-
a C+.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
realistic.
I think she
yeah.
was going to fail me.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
We kind of guilted her to giving you the C.
So your parents came in and talked to the teacher for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
me and Ian were
yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah.
Have a heart.
Also, remember how we donated that wing to the school last year?
Yeah, remember that whole entire
We could get you fired.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, that was our Thanksgivings.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, there was a lot of drama. Engineer Ben, Brooklyn Ben didn't go to the party, the
Yeah.
Friendsgiving.
Big drama.
Decided to
Missed the
skip it.
drama.
We were
yeah.
talking
Missed
all
all
kinds
the
of stuff.
drama.
What was the drama?
All the
Yeah, what
champagne
was the
and
drama?
caviar. You missed it.
Champagne and now we're sipping with
Oh,
your
yeah.
fucking pinkies
Very
up.
fancy Friendsgiving. All right, let's get into it. What we got? We got the in-season talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the field trip.
Field trip.
No
Oh,
shots on the
where did we
field
go?
trip.
Where did we
Where did we
go?
go? We went to an in-season tournament group play game.
Wow.
Yep.
Pretty
Nets
exciting
versus
stuff.
Raptors. Exciting stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And this will just lead into the in-season talk, anyways. Yeah, it was a fun game.
Yeah,
Shout Ted.
Took
Shout
my new
Elvis.
friend Elvis to see
Yep.
his first ever NBA game.
Yep, lucky Elvis.
Said it looked different than on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And
the
shout out to
courts
Ted.
definitely look probably look better in person than they do on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, on TV.
I mean, the Nets court is so inoffensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
this is
just kind
true.
of...
Ted said he liked all the court designs.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you
Interesting take by Ted.
know, I do. I like the initiative. I don't like the like, you know, how they ended out.
Yeah, the
execution was
left you want some
subpar
more. Yeah.
in certain cases.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree with that for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, we had some fun moments. Like we saw the Nets trying to score, like in the last 30 seconds, trying to hit.
They were a
run
little
up the
too
score.
late on that.
They were too late
up
on that.
8, like most of the 6-8, most of the third quarter, and
Yeah.
it felt like they wanted. You know, it is a regular season game, so they wanted to win the game
Yeah.
first and foremost. But
But the Raptors kind of made a late run, and then the Nets put it away in the last
Yeah.
few minutes.
it's true.
Yeah.
And
Raptors, were hanging on the whole
it
game.
ended up as like a pretty wide gap.
Yeah.
But
That's because the Nets tried. They made a
suddenly
couple
they-
threes.
they're
Look
like,
at that.
guys, we got to score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point differential. It matters.
But guess who's going to the bracket stage?
Who is it?
The New York Knicks.
Who you got?
The Knicks.
I mean, who's in the
Yes,
bracket
not the
overall?
Nets.
The Knicks.
Just the Knicks. Yep.
1 seed, 2 seed. Yeah.
we got.
Well,
You got
okay.
anything
Before we
to
get
touch on the
to
Nets?
like, you know, thinking
The
about the next
stuff.
round, do you want to like how do we feel about this group? How did we feel about this year's group stage?
This
like,
group stage?
Like, how did it work for y'all?
Well, it was weird, the running up the score stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like just slightly. However, we wanted some meaningful regular season games.
It was. I
kind
mean,
of got a
it
little
made
bit.
it made blowouts interesting.
It did make
Like-
blowouts more interesting.
Like
I will
instead
give you
of
that.
I was like locked on to the Celtics score the whole night.
Yeah.
And even though they were up
Same
20
here
the
with the
entire
Knicks.
game,
Yeah.
I was just like, what's the score?
What's going on? Yeah.
So the point differential thing is, it is a little weird. Maybe we will just get used to it.
Yeah.
You think? It is. It's just.
possible.
It is strange because it's so much points. Like when you have group stages in soccer.
Yeah.
Like the scores are like, you know,
Yeah, 1 to
2
0.
to 1.
Yeah,
so it's
2
like
0.
it's so
Yeah.
easily digestible. Whereas this is like it's very complicated because, you know, and I think the wild card thing kind of complicates it too.
Oh yeah.
Because now you're comparing one group to the next group to the other group
Yeah.
for that wild card of like the point differential stuff and the tiebreakers. So I think like that makes it a little complicated. I might want to just see like 4 groups in each conference
Yeah,
and just
4
the winner
groups
of
of,
the
like-
group gets to go because it's hard to like
4 groups of
4 groups of 4. I guess maybe
there's
No, I guess it
15
would be
teams.
uneven.
there's 15
Yeah.
teams. That's true.
you
Can
can have
do
5
that.
groups of 3.
5 groups of 3.
That could be interesting.
I don't know how you do that because you need an even
Wait, how
number.
did we even get to groups of 6?
Well, it's 3 for each.
We don't have
conference.
groups of 6.
Oh, it's 5?
We
Yeah,
have 6
5.
groups.
6
Six
groups,
groups
of
of
5.
five.
Yeah.
6 groups of 5.
Jesus.
But and
Yeah.
I think like also like the games need to all like the final games everyone needs to play on the same night because like as much
Yeah.
as I celebrated the Celtics making it, like it was kind of unfair to the Magic that they like the
They were already
Celtics
done.
knew what they needed to get
Yeah.
kind of, and the Magic did not.
Did not, yeah.
You know, they
didn't
didn't
have
get
the
to play
opportunity.
last Tuesday on the final day, so
Yeah.
like they weren't like
I agree with
pushing
that.
up the score. So it kind of gave those teams who played last an advantage,
Yeah.
I think. But overall, I thought it was really awesome. I thought it was so much fun, especially that Kings Warriors game. Like I was,
Yeah.
like
That was really fun.
It was like when I got home, I started watching, and it was like the Warriors were up by like 20, but the game was still entertaining, and eventually they ended up losing the game overall. But like they were up 20 in the third quarter, and it was still like, if the Kings go on a run here, like they could, they could get into the tournament. They just had to lose by, the Warriors had to win by, I think, 11 or 12. So, like, one run. So it was still entertaining. Of course, they blew that game. So
they blew it. Malik Monk, baby.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I feel like the funnest parts are yet to come. I feel like knockout's going to be a lot of fun.
I do think, as fun as the last night was, which that was the only time I felt like the in-season tournament was fun, was that last night, was Tuesday. And of course, we ended up having being a game. Me and Charles were glued to our respective teams, like scores. Could they get in? We were glued to the Bucks Heat score too.
Yeah, well, that was the last night.
Or at least I was.
Of the tournament period. Of the group
play.
stage.
Yeah.
But also the last night that exists.
So it's going to be natural to be, that's always going to, in the group stage, that's always going to be the most exciting game.
Yeah, it's going to be the last night.
Right.
But I am, however, looking forward to the knockout rounds even more.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So these are the matchups for the knockout round.
Who we got?
We've got...
Well, no shots predictions.
I think... I just had this up.
We got Bucks versus Knicks.
Yeah, okay, here we are. So next Monday, we've got Celtics at Pacers, followed by Pelicans at Kings.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday, the following day there, we got Knicks at Bucks and Suns at Lakers.
And it's a single game elimination.
Single game elimination.
Knockout, baby.
Knockout, baby.
There you go. All right, so who you guys got? I was gonna ask.
What do you think about? What do you think about the field? Is this a fun field?
Of these 4 teams?
Of these 8 teams?
Or these 8 teams? Yeah.
Can you read the 8 teams?
Yeah, these 4 games.
Celtics, Pacers, Pelicans at Kings, Knicks at Bucks, Suns and Lakers.
Yeah, I think
it's
these are
it's a fun. It's a good mix of teams who I think will definitely be in the playoffs. A couple of surprises or on the fencers.
That's what I think. It's a good field too, because you've got some real contenders and you've kind of got some middle stage and you got some up and coming talent. So I think that's what it's supposed to be, kind of to show off, how the kind of variety you have in this league.
The one thing I'm disappointed is that no really bad teams made it.
Yeah,
because I would love to see like the Wizards,
the Bulls,
or the Bulls, or the Hornets, or whatever.
It's hard for them to make it because they can't win the games.
Yeah, they can't win. Yeah,
and as it should be. I mean, it should reflect your actual team merits and not just a flash in the pan.
Yeah,
but I'm satisfied.
But yeah, I am satisfied with these.
All right,
4 games.
So who you want to get down to picks there, Danny?
You got picks. Who was the first games? Celtics.
We got Celtics, Pacers.
Celtics, Pacers. I got the Celtics. What you got?
I got the Celtics.
Ooh.
I guess I'll take the Celtics.
Ooh,
all right,
sweet from
Pelicans, Kings.
That's a tough one.
Pelicans, Kings. It's not a tough one for me. I got the Kings, baby. Light the beam.
I'll go Pels.
I'm going to take the Pels on this one.
Even though I'll be rooting for the Kings.
The pummeling Pels.
So wrong.
Knicks, Bucks.
So wrong. I mean, this is Knicks all day.
Yeah,
Bucks can't win in Milwaukee.
I gotta take the Knicks.
And you guys are just...
No?
I wanted to take the Knicks too, but I feel like the overconfidence in this room...
What?
I'm going to just take...
I'm not confident.
I'm going to take the Bucks. I actually feel like the Knicks can beat the Bucks.
I
But
think
maybe
so
we'll
too.
get to that later. But I feel like, I don't know, not too high. Okay, Suns, Lakers.
I mean, come on.
LeBron James, baby.
Are the Suns healthy?
They've been balling, haven't they?
Yeah,
they're a big
they
win
lost
streak
last
right
night,
now.
but they won
like
7 in a row before that.
Well, the Lakers aren't healthy, so that would, role players aren't
It's
healthy.
going to be a role player.
I'm just going to, the Lakers are undefeated in this tournament, so
yeah,
I'm taking the
I
Lake
got
Show.
the Lake Show, baby.
Yeah, I think LeBron wants to win the first.
You could imagine putting that on your resume.
All right.
Well, we went to the first
first
in-season tournament. That's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Kinda.
We got towels.
kind of. We do
did
have
get
towels.
towels.
We got those thunder sticks.
And we got thunder sticks.
Yeah. I saved a couple Thunder sticks.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't blow them up, but I saved them.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not
They're for
blowing this
later.
up right now.
Yeah.
That was shot. All right. I mean, you guys want to predict the next round? And the round after that?
So after the Knicks and the Celtics win?
It'll be Knicks, Celtics, Lakers. Oh, I guess we all had different
Lakers,
picks for
Pelicans.
the Pelicans and
Yeah.
Kings.
Okay, so
Well, I have the Lakers winning
Who's your
the whole
overall?
damn thing.
Who's gonna
LeBron
win this
needs
tournament?
this on his resume. He needs
Then
this.
maybe he'll.
Jordan never got an
Jordan
in-season tournament trophy. You kidding me?
He left the league.
Could you imagine if LeBron puts this on his resume? Accolades.
On his resume when he's applying
the-
for his next job
Yeah. When he's getting that
to work at
announcer's
Home
gig.
Goods or whatever.
By the way, I won the first in-season. It's my LeBron
That's your
impression.
LeBron. That's a good. Yeah, that's good. It's better than mine.
It's more a Shaq impression.
I'll take.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the Lakers.
Lakers, yeah.
For the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I'm gonna take the Pacers.
Ooh.
You picked the Celtics over them.
Yeah. Well,
That's impossible.
overall though. Well, I could.
Oh boy, you got a lot of work to do with this BB.
BB
got?
is
You
official,
got
by the
Danny?
way. I got the Lakers as well.
You got the Lakers as
Yeah.
well.
LeBron needs this. Baby.
Elon Diaz.
This is a huge point in the GOAT debate.
Oh boy.
Never mind. I'm not going to do the joke.
Alrighty.
All right. What we got next? We're going straight to it.
Bow, ba-dum, bow, bow.
Bow, bow. Shot or no shot?
You're up first, Danny.
Bradley Beal plays more than 40 games this season.
Oh,
How
I
many
think-
has he? He's
I think he's played
how many?
3 this season.
3? Really?
I think less than 30 minutes in all. Of them.
And we're like a fifth of the way through the season.
We're about like, or 20-ish games, over 15 games.
Yeah.
A quarter, almost a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. of the
What's his
season.
official injury? It's
I,
like
I never knew,
let's
to be honest
Is it a
with you.
back issue?
I
I
feel
think
like
it's
it
a
was a
back
back-
issue,
Sounds-
which
I
was
mean,
just one of
just-
those things that like you can't
Can
put
be really
on.
up and down,
Yeah, it
yeah.
could really. But one day it feels good, the next day it feels like
Yeah.
It's a nerve irritation going down his legs as a result of his back injury.
oh,
50 games?
40. So
40.
half the season essentially.
Okay,
He's
you
got
like
3
30
games
37 to
out
cover.
of like 18 or 17.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
games so far.
I'm gonna go with shot because he's not playing that many games. No, yeah, shot. Yeah, no shot. He plays that many games, but yeah, I'm saying shot.
Well,
Wait, what?
oh yeah, no shot. You're saying no shot because my question was Bradley Beal plays more than
Okay,
40
so yeah,
games.
no shot.
No shot.
No
for
shot
Chuck?
for
no
me.
shot,
No
no
shot.
shot.
Yeah, no shot from me as well. It's looking. Yeah, he's got to manage me low.
Gotta manage me load.
Well, yeah, that's Bradley Beal. It's looking like a rough season, first season as in the Phoenix Suns.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Ben, you want to go next?
Sure.
You got one?
Here's my first shot or no shot. Kristaps Porzingis will finish the year leading the league in technical fouls.
Technical fouls call, first technical
Wow.
of the series.
He's currently leading the league.
How many got?
He's got 8.
8. Wow.
Last year he had a total of 7.
That's crazy.
So he's already passed
what,
last.
Well, what? I'm
He's
trying
already
to-
passed his last year's record. Currently, he's on pace generously. Obviously, he's injured right now, so it's going to affect. But he's on pace for 32 if he continues at this rate.
Yeah.
He's at a more expanded role. Maybe he's more visible on this
It's-
Celtics
that's-
team. What do you think is going on there?
That's
interesting.
That's really interesting. I'm gonna say no shot that he leads the league.
Yeah, Draymond is creeping up quick.
Yeah, I'm going to say no
His
shot. as
Draymond's
well.
suspension helped him a bit.
Yeah.
Although he's not even number 2.
It is interesting, yeah, in that the fact that because I mean, obviously, didn't watch that many Wizards games last year, so
Yeah.
it does seem like he's. I don't know because he's like having a really good time. Like he is smiling so much, and he's like, it looks like he's just so happy to be a Celtic, honestly. But I don't know exactly what it is. He does get he's a little emphatic, and then he's never like angrily arguing. It's always like
No.
a shock or like a a sarcastic sort of flare of the
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
I think there was a hanging on the rim.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Those
stuff
hanging
like
on the
that.
rim ones.
Just
It's
silly
just
to me.
silly.
Yeah.
But I feel like he'll chill out a bit, but he
Yeah.
does need to cool that shit down. It is not
Yeah.
cool.
Because
Yeah.
Draymond led the league last year. He had 21.
21.
21.
I think he'll cool off, but it
Yeah.
is so many.
Trey
That's
Young
a
is
lot.
right
The
behind
first,
him.
like,
It's so many.
before
It
the
Trey
feels
Young
like
is
every
in second
game.
place. He has only 5. You
Oh.
know, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so I say no
good one.
shot. Danny?
No
Okay.
shot.
No shot.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
Wait, what do you say?
Oh, I say shot.
You say shot?
say shot.
I believe in my boy.
Your boy.
Believe in my boy. Or argue
boy.
more calls.
Oh,
Argue
boy.
boy. Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, Charlie?
What do I want to start with here? All right. I'll start with a fun one. Or maybe it's not so fun at all. Pistons will finish with the worst winning percentage of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What is the worst?
All right. So the worst winning
the
percentage
Bobcats,
of
right?
all is the 2012
12.
Charlotte Bobcats. They won 10.6% of their games.
Right.
Just some highlights from the 2012 Bobcats. They ended the season on a 23-game losing streak. It's the worst single season. That's the worst single season NBA percentage in NBA history. Nearly half those losses were by a margin of at least 20 points.
Yeah, they were getting smoked.
They finished 13 games out of 29th place.
Jeez.
So they finished 30th, and the 29th place team was 13 games ahead of them.
Yeah.
They averaged 87 points a game.
Yeah.
So the Pistons, as we mentioned, have lost 15 in a row. Or Danny and I were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
They're at 11.8% right now.
And what's the Bobcats?
10.6%.
Okay.
Now the Pistons were, I think they were 2-3. So to start the year, so
Yeah.
they're 25th in defense, 28th in offense, 29th in 3-point percentage. Cade has been really bad. He's in his efficient field goal percentage is in the 8th percentile, 2-point percentage in the 18th percentile, and 33.3% from three, 27th percentile for his position, according to Cleaning the Glass.
Yep.
These are their next 10 games: Knicks, Cleveland, Memphis, Orlando, Indiana, Philly twice in a row, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Utah.
Is Memphis gonna have Ja back?
I don't
No,
think
I don't
so
think
by
so.
then.
Really?
So
25 games, yeah.
I thought it
We're
was
coming
early-
on 20.
early-
So
December.
will the Pistons
Yeah, I
finish
guess.
with the worst percentage of all time?
I'm going
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going no shot on this one. I think the fact that the shortened season, I mean, that Bobcats team was very good.
It's true.
But the fact that it was like a strike, right?
Yeah, it
like
was a
66
shortened
games or
yeah,
something.
like that.
I think that made it seem like they were even. They were bad, but their percentage was record breaking, probably because of that.
Yeah, it would be because you'd have to win less than 9 games. Is that
No,
what it is?
No, it's percentage.
I know,
percentage.
but in order for this percentage,
No,
for
it
them
would
to
be
beat
if
the
if we
percentage,
play all 82, if nothing shortens the season.
if it's 82 games, what's the percentage?
That's a good question.
say-
They have to be less.
Like
They have to be less than 10.6%.
Right, so that would be
10.6%.
less than 9 games, I think.
Yeah, going forward, they have to win
In total.
Yeah, they have to win less than 9. Yeah, I think they could win 9 games.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they could win 9 games.
The over under is they'd have to win 8 games.
8 games.
8
Because
games.
they already have
really
2
bad.
wins. Yeah.
They have to win more than 8 games.
More
right?
than 8 games.
Because 8 times.
No. They have to win less.
less
I'm
than-
saying they're going
less-
to be the
oh, so
worst.
8, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking no shot on this. I mean,
They
I
could
would
be-
love to
they
see
could
it
be
happen.
cool. Yeah, I would love
It
it.
could be clutch, you
Could
know,
be fun.
come down the stretch. But,
See how
I-
bad they could
I think they're
implode.
going to snag some weird wins.
Yeah.
I'm also on a no shot, but I thought it was a fun premise.
No,
That
it is a
that's-
fun one.
That is fun, yeah. That's
I didn't
very
think of that
interesting.
one, honestly.
We might never see a worse team than
Yeah.
the 2012 Bobs.
2012 Bobcats, Gerald Henderson, Byron Mullins, rookie Bismack,
Yeah, I think Kemba Walker was on the team
Kemba
too.
Walker.
Kemby.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he was a rookie,
Elvis
too.
thought Kemba Walker was on the Nets, but it was Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie
Lonnie
Walker.
Walker. Yeah. I do remember that.
Alrighty, Danny.
All right.
you
I
wanna
got
go
another one.
next?
Let's see. All right. So we did the Beal one. Shot or no shot? Draymond Green choking out Rudy Gobert. I guess the logic is here is, did he deserve that 5-game suspension, or was he just trying to break up a fight?
So
Trying to break up
what's
a
the
scuffle.
shot or no shot that Draymond did he deserve his suspension?
Yeah.
Well, I had a follow-up question about this
Go ahead.
that I wanted to put out there.
Sure.
Put it out there.
Well,
Put it out there already.
What's worse? What's worse? Brandishing a gun for 2 seconds on Insta Live or choking a guy out on live TV?
I would definitely think what Draymond did was I mean it is different because
The heat of a game.
it's the heat of the game.
I get that.
In a
Self-defense
gun
or
does
whatever.
like, you know, it is scary. Guns are scary.
Yeah,
they
it's,
lead
it's
to
higher,
things.
higher levels of violence.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
But I
Political
do
here.
think this suspension was super light.
Yeah.
Like-
It was a little light.
I think it should have been 10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He choked him out on national television. He didn't stop either.
He
that
wouldn't
was the thing.
stop.
I would have
That
been
was the weird thing.
acceptable with anything from like 10 to 20.
No,
Well,
it
honestly.
looked personal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the
and it was-
argument at first from
yeah.
Kerr was just like he had no business being thrown out. He was just trying to break up the fight. Gobert had Clay in a chokehold when Draymond put him in a chokehold.
I don't know.
Which is so-
It looked like
However,
Gobert-
Gobert quickly let go of
He
Clay,
did. He did.
and Draymond went for about 12 seconds.
He dragged him across
He, like,
the court.
thrashed him around.
Yeah.
I know.
He
And I
just
don't
wouldn't
condone
let go.
violence.
I love
but it
how-
was very funny.
And I love how, well, in the explanation, they were like, we took Draymond Green's past history into consideration. I was like, clearly you didn't.
You didn't, yeah.
Because this is
5
like
games.
a
Right.
super reckless act.
Yeah.
So, it's a bad look for the league, except for that everyone, even though Draymond does such annoying things, everyone kind of loves Draymond around the league
Yeah.
because he's entertaining. He brings
Entertaining. He's
drama
great-
to every
great
game.
player, yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it should have been way more. Like,
Yeah.
I just given the jaw suspension for which he did nothing. I mean, obviously it was
Yeah.
a stupid thing to do, but
Well, he did
I
that
think
thing
the
twice.
jaw
he did,
thing-
he did, he did do
Yeah,
it. But
he did a
Draymond has
couple
done this.
Yeah, but
things
this
of
is
this nature.
This
how
is
many
guns
times?
twice, so it kind of multiplies
And I
really
get that,
fast.
and I get that. I do, but the Draymond suspension then I think should have been longer by those standards.
I definitely think it should have been longer. I don't think
Yeah.
it should be
think-
as long.
I
as
think it should have
Jaws.
been
no, like 10 games.
10,
maybe.
12 games, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I'm saying shot then, right?
Shot? I
Deserved
think
his-
so, yeah. Deserve. Yeah, I
The
didn't
question
really
is whether he deserved the suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say shot. I guess.
deserve. Yep.
I mean, that's the rules, man. Like,
3
what are you gonna
shots.
do?
Yeah, that's those are the rules.
We I'm an old head. I know the law. What was that line?
What's up?
It was a line we made up for the sci-fi noir.
Yo,
We
remember,
said I'm an old something. I know the law. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I'm an old boomer or
I'm an old boomer.
soul?
I know the law. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was
An
boomer.
and I know the law.
Coming to you soon on
Coming to
DVD
it.
and video.
The year near you.
The Ralph
soon.
Dickerson movie.
The Ralph
All
Dick
right.
Doc.
Next one here, Ben. You got a shot? No shot?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's about everyone's favorite guy, James Harden.
Ooh.
Not even saving it for the Clippers hometown
Won't
romp
save
section,
it.
just going for
gotta
it right
go
in.
for it.
Well, that's what
He's got-
I had.
They've got
Fair
too much to
Too
leave
much
for
on
that
their plate.
section.
I can't even hold it all in.
Clippers Nation.
Clippers are on a 6-game losing streak. They play the Rockets. Score is tied. Harden hits a 4-point play. The Clippers win the game by 6. My shot or no shot is that one day that 4-point play will become a deep rewind. That
For-
we're gonna watch.
For YouTube.
Yeah, on a YouTube video.
On YouTube.
They're gonna go back and say, "This is the moment when the Clippers dynasty really began."
Ooh.
I'm
Shot or
done,
no shot?
I'm done being fed up with the Clippers. I am full 100% confidence in this team.
You should have seen them. They were counting.
They were
Full
counting
100%.
confidence.
You see that? That's the number
That's
of rings
the
we're
four
going to
syllables.
win with the first generation of the dynasty.
Ooh.
All right, I can't even. I can't even.
I can't even
This
wrap
is
my head around this.
To quote Steven, this is blasphemous.
Blasphemy.
No shot.
Yeah, no shot. I think I already forgot about that 4-point play. Honestly, I don't think
it
anyone's
wasn't-
That's
gonna
why
go
it's
back.
a deep rewind.
It is
a
I
good
don't
deep
remember
rewind.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be lost.
But I'll
Here's what
go
I
no
wrote.
shot.
This
with
is
that
me
one.
deeply jinxing myself. Perhaps a curse can only be lifted by the most outlandish flaunting.
Yep.
Clippers win the conference, win the chip. Harden is a hometown hero.
Ooh, that's not even the
I do
hometown
like
romp
the
segment.
reverse curse. You know, that's
I do like a reverse
it's good.
curse.
It's
Yeah.
solid,
Yeah,
solid. You
that's
pulled
how I
it.
feel.
You really
if
pulled
I'm-
that off.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. If I'm being honest, it's probably a no shot for me as well. But
Yeah, no
I'm
shot.
I'm dreaming over here.
But you're not being honest.
There you go.
When am I ever?
All right, is it my turn now?
Your turn.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Shot or no shot? Scoot Henderson might just be Sebastian Telfair 2.0.
I don't know who that is.
Two
gotta-
Gen X
you-
have a question for you, right?
Yeah.
Can you
Maybe.
enlighten the listeners on Sebastian Telfair?
Well, he's he's from Coney Island.
From the island.
That's cool.
Well,
Kanasi,
Canasi.
Kanasi boy.
all right. Well, Sebastian Telfair was like a point guard phenom. He played for what was the high school called? I know they wear Lincoln on the jerseys. I just watched the doc.
Probably Lincoln High School, right?
Lincoln High School.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
Abraham Lincoln High School?
Lincoln Stovepipes.
I don't know. It was out in Coney
There's a few
Island.
Lincolns.
He's got a doc called Through the Fire that I watched as a kid, and I don't know. I was just thinking this, but anyway, yeah. He shared the magazine cover with LeBron James. I don't know. I think he was drafted the year after or something. I'm not
think
sure.
So yeah, he might have done like a year in college. I don't
No,
remember.
he
No, he was
it's
straight
a
out of high
big
school,
thing.
too?
Yeah, he did commit to Louisville, but then he was told by a bunch of scouts that he could get drafted in the first round, so he did not go.
Uncommitted.
Yeah, uncommitted, and
Yeah,
So-
that's why I deal with my ex-wife.
so yeah. But he shared the cover of Slam magazine with LeBron. This was the headline was "The Takeover." Sebastian Telfair and LeBron James are about to rule the world.
And he got top billing.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
So I couldn't help but thinking, you've got this cover with this generation LeBron, the
Yeah.
generational talent, and Telfair, this was was kind of a
Fun.
phenom passer, was
Fun
really
to be
fun.
A player.
But it's weird to me that this kind of comparison comes along with Scoot and Wemby almost at the same time, where
Ooh.
where Scoot was touted as this
Generational talent.
generational talent. Now, I don't think Telfair quite got on Scoot's level
No.
in terms of like he was
Pre-draft.
kind of always projected to be somewhere in the middle of the first round, but they're both really small point guards, right? Like Scoot is listed at 6'2", but I don't know. When I watch him, he doesn't look 6'2" out there to me. He looks like a 6 foot kind of one guy. Like he's a short
Yeah.
6'2".
Yeah.
So Telfair was 6 foot. They're both billed as well. Telfair was billed as a pass first kind of guy. Scoot. And Scoot just like hasn't had a good start here. And small guards who can't shoot, which is both of these two guys, Telfair and Scoot, just do not play well in this league or do not become stars in this league. Because it takes you have to have some serious athleticism if you want to survive like that.
Yeah.
Like it throws off the whole spacing when you can't shoot because they can play off you. You're already small. It's already hard to finish at the rim. If someone's playing off you, you can't get to the rack properly. Which this is billed as like Scoot's kind of deal is I don't know,
to get
like
to the rack.
he had like Derrick Rose type of athlete kind of comparisons before the draft. I don't quite see the burst from him. I know he just came back from an injury. And obviously the shooting is abysmal. He's 35% from the field, 22.6 from three. He's averaging about 4 assists a game, 9.1 points per game.
He's also on a bad team.
He's on a really bad team,
Yeah.
but you know what? Young guards do tend to struggle right out the gate. Like Jamal Murray struggled. Also, who else? What's his name? Darius Garland kind of struggled out this.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I've watched him, it just looks really kind of average. I don't see any like juice out there. And he just looks small. He's turning over the ball like crazy. He's in the 0th percentile of turnover percentage. So I don't know. It's super early. He's not been in the best position. Like Brogdon handles most of the point guard responsibilities, which is like if you're gonna have Scoot out there, you can't have this. He's not an off guard because he can't shoot. And I don't trust the coaching staff, but
Chauncey.
I just you do like to see like little flashes, and
There hasn't been much
I
flashes.
just haven't seen a flash really.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, you kind of convinced me with all that.
Yeah, I honestly haven't watched almost any Scoot.
Yeah,
Barely any Blazers. I don't think any Scoot, but
And Telfair has some decent seasons as a backup point guard,
Yeah.
like where he averaged like 10 or something, or
Yeah.
averaged like 9 and
his
4.
his best year was 9 point. So yeah, Scoot's at 9.1 points per game, 35% from field, 22.6 from 3, 4 assists. Sebastian Telfair's kind of like best year was 9.8 points per game, 38% from the field, 34% from 3, 4.6 assists.
Yeah. I think Telfair kind of became a decent shooter, like eventually.
There was one year where he did shoot like he
pretty
became
well,
okay.
right? Yeah, he became
not
okay.
a high volume, of course.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a different league.
It's just really hard.
It's
being
tough
a
to see it for Scoot right now, becoming at least a decent shooter, at least.
Yeah, his shot looks just like really kind of.
Yeah.
He's not getting to his little mid-range game, which was supposed to be his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that though is like these defenders can play off of him.
Yeah.
Like if he drives into the mid-range, the defender only has to take a step or two back, and he's there. And like the athleticism doesn't seem like so great that like there's this huge threat of him like blowing by the guy. So he's like actually really scared to back, like, oh shit, this guy's gonna get to the rack. Like, so you do have to like backpedal. A guy like Ja, for example, right? Ja gets to the mid-range because he is like in the top 99% of athletes in the league. And even though he can't shoot super well, he's so,
He's so
dangerous
athletic,
at the rim that the defender can't.
So explosive.
The defender can't afford to be like, okay, you got to backpedal right now. And he uses that to his advantage, and he can get into those floaters. He can get into those little mid-range jumps. And I just don't see like that kind of explosiveness from Scoot. So that's what makes me super concerned.
Yeah.
More than the shooting, more than like the turnovers, like whatever, young guard. But like that makes me really nervous. So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say shot for this one. There is.
I'll take the shot. Yeah,
I'll take a shot. I mean, you made a convincing
it's a
argument.
shot in the dark.
Haven't seen much else.
And I was super high on Scoot.
I'm
Yeah,
still
I
kind of high.
said for the record, I'd rather
but-
take Brandon Miller, and he's
You did.
looking a lot better right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
True.
I'm gonna just say no shot for now. I still got all my stock, my Scoot stock.
I mean, I still have Scoot stock.
Yeah.
But I could.
You have Scott?
I'm nervous.
I have Scott.
I'm nervous, but I'm not
Very
willing
nervous,
to say that there's a shot yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's very early.
It's very
Also,
early.
when you say play off for the non-basketball fans
ball?
out there, does that
Yeah.
mean like not guarding someone on the perimeter,
Like close,
Yeah.
like
like
like on
sagging
them.
off to
Sagging
protect
off,
the
yeah.
Yes.
to protect the rim more?
exactly.
Gotcha.
Okay, my third shot or no shot.
Danny Dan.
Shot or no shot. This is the end of the Warriors dynasty.
Oh, can
Oh,
we?
this is both of y'all's.
I got this one too.
I
You
saw
have this
that
one
on-
too?
I saw it on Charles's doc.
Oh, I didn't see you on the dock.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
And I read
Wait,
an article about
before
this today.
before we say this, do you guys know what day it is?
No, what's today?
November 30th.
30th.
It's November 30th. What year?
2023.
23. 11/30/23. You know whose those numbers are?
This is Draymond, Clay, and Steph.
Clay and Steph. What the
The
heck?
three-headed goat.
The three-headed
goat.
monster.
Which
Oh, man.
two of those are really kind of
really-
costing them right now.
Yeah.
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 That goat might be bleeding its last.
Okay.
Last podcast I said the Chris Paul experiment was working.
That's the one thing that's working.
And since I've said that, they've looked really rough.
Yeah, it has been an ugly stretch.
It's been an ugly stretch. You got Draymond
were-
choking on Gobert. You got the
Got the Warriors
suspension.
choking away
Even-
games.
Yeah, they blow some. They lost a
They're blowing a lot of
20-point lead.
games.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about this. They've just become such an unself-aware team.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, their goal was to become the Spurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they really don't, when you think about those mid, 2015 Spurs, especially when they won those two Miami finals, right?
Yeah.
It was a team where Tim Duncan was out of his apex prime, right? And Ginobili was getting older.
Yeah.
And Parker had to
Six-man
take
Ginobili.
more duties.
Yeah.
And they knew that they didn't have any Tim Duncan could summon it for a game.
Yeah.
But he wasn't
For a
that
quarter.
kind of he wasn't a top 5 player in those kind of seasons
No.
at that point, in his career. And they were so self-aware that they filled out the team around him. They made some trades, right?
Boris Diaw.
The Boris Diaw signing, and they found new role guys. They found, of course, they got lucky when they hit the Kawhi draft.
Trade
But
Kawhi
they
for George
traded
Hill.
George Hill, who was a very good player at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to look at themselves and say, hey, we can't do it the same way that we did it before. We
Yeah.
have to recreate this. And everyone was so self-aware in the situation, from the organization to top down, to functionally try this a different way, right? I feel like that's how you last as a contender, for long. And there aren't many of these teams that can even be in this conversation.
Yeah.
So the Warriors get credit for that, but I feel like they're just they're not very self-aware of themselves right now. Clay has
Clay.
been just, he takes horrible shots.
Yeah.
He's not aware of his own limitations. He's
Yeah.
getting blown by on defense. And then to top it off, right, Moody was 4 for 4 the other night, and they put Wiggins in for him in that fourth quarter against the Kings.
Yeah.
He was on fire. He even, when the ball was they stopped play and he was shooting, he made 2 other threes. He had a step back when Kings were on this huge run, and he made a step back from the top of the key.
Yeah.
He created space for that step back. Clay can't create any space right now. And I'm not saying you got to bench Clay for every game, but this goes back to Steve Kerr. How unaware is he in this moment?
Well,
Where
he said he regretted that decision.
he did,
right?
but
Yeah.
in the moment,
the moment.
what can you do,
Yeah.
right? But that's a self-aware thing. And then, right, it's been 2 years. They can't figure out this whole big situation. And if you look at the league, this isn't 2017 anymore where
Yeah.
they can win with small ball, right? They're getting killed. They're getting killed on the boards, and yeah, their defense has been what are they, 15th in defense right now. But they haven't solved that big situation. It's been
No.
2 years. They made a horrible pick when they picked Wiseman.
Wiseman. Yeah.
They could have had Lamelo. They could have had Franz Wagner. They could have
Tyrese
had
Halliburton.
Halliburton. And yeah, it's hard to go back. And that was the COVID draft, so we're
Yeah.
not doing anything here.
Yeah. There was
who
There
knows?
was no March Madness that year.
But right, but then they also held on to all these young guys' value, and some of them don't really fit in their system.
Yeah.
And like they just it just seems like
It seems like
lack
they're
of
just
self-awareness.
waiting for it to click.
But
they're
they
just
keep
waiting for
they're
like
waiting for it
Clay
to click.
get back the hot hand.
But I don't
for Wiggins to hit free throws.
like we said, it's just not going to happen this
It
time.
hasn't
We're at the
happened.
stage where this is just so. I think there was one more. Oh yeah, they're playing
is really
Corey
a question.
Joseph or whatever his name, Podzemski.
Oh yeah.
Who was like Corey Joseph? Like, how is he in the league? And Draymond is completely unhinged right now. Like
Yep.
never mind the chokehold.
Yeah.
The moment they unraveled in that Kings game the other night was when he flopped and he thought he should have gotten a foul. So then
Yeah.
he comes down and didn't just picks up a stupid foul, gets a tech, and then he gets the tech. So now he's even more mad. So
Yep.
then he's guarding Monk 40 feet from the basket. He just slaps the shit out of his arm and stares down the ref. And he should have probably just gotten another tech right there and
Yeah.
then ejected. The whole thing came falling apart. And he gets up there and he's like, I'm not, I don't regret anything, right?
Yeah. It's
like-
Draymond being Draymond.
I know maybe that's just a media facade and he's not going to change, but
Yeah,
it
he's
seems
not
like
gonna
he's
change.
getting even more.
Yeah.
And it's just the state of a team that thinks they're going to be able to summon this greatness, but they don't have it. They don't
Yeah.
this version doesn't have it, and they need to make changes or else it's not
Yeah.
it can't be resurrected. Curry is still great.
Yeah.
But that's
Curry's
about
great,
it.
Yeah, but
I do think these three
So-
guys are just gonna ball together until they fall
they
apart.
can't. Yeah.
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 And I think it's
Possibly.
fine, but if they want to be the
If they want to
Spurs,
win,
They
it's
got-
a different story.
figure out the
you
rest of the
have to
cast.
reinvent.
Yeah,
And
for sure. And
different way.
and
They're
I
not
don't
really
know
a team that has had to reinvent themselves.
No.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
Katie just hey, I'm going over there.
Yeah.
You know.
I like this idea. I'll join you guys.
Sounds fun.
What was I gonna say here? I had.
It's hard to feel like you're invincible and then just we
Not
actually
be
have to address
all of a
problems
sudden.
now.
Yeah.
And they're and with this, all their undisciplined habits are coming out. They foul the third most in the league.
Oof.
They
Yeah.
foul, and they're
I mean, Draymond.
24th in turnover percentage.
Yeah.
You can't if you're fouling, giving teams free throws all the time, and then you're also turning
Just
the
turn it
ball
over.
over all the time. You're
It's not
just
gonna
not going to win games. You're not a championship contender. No shot.
No shot.
No shot.
No,
Shot.
It's over.
Shot.
Shot. It's over. Shot. It's over.
I'm gonna
I'll
say
go shot as well.
I'll say no shot.
Say no
because
shot.
I did not expect them to be good in 22, and
True.
you never know what could happen with this team.
True.
It doesn't look good right now. I'll agree.
Yeah,
I
it
agree
doesn't
with you
look
there.
good right now. Yeah, I mean, obviously can't rule them out. They can make adjustments. They can figure it out. But it's looking grim.
It does
It's
look
looking
grim.
Gary Payton just got hurt as well.
Yeah.
Salute to him.
So I don't know.
Hope for a speedy recovery because he's been at least one of the more entertaining Warriors to watch this season. That's for sure.
Give me the ball, damn it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you have another one, Ben?
Sure. Yeah. This one's pretty simple.
Shot or no shot?
Shot or no shot. The Gobert trade is not regretted by the T-Wolves.
Well, this kind of plays into one of mine about
Alright.
Minnesota.
What's yours?
So maybe,
We'll do- okay.
Actually, kind of.
Well, let's talk about Ben's.
All right,
and
let's
then
talk
we'll-
about
then
Ben's.
we'll-
Yeah, I don't have
Alright,
much
it's not
material on this.
regretted.
It's not regretted. Minnesota's balling right now. They seem poised to make a playoff run, and then, we'll see.
I think that it's still a regrettable trade. I think it's still a bad trade.
For the amount of stuff they gave
The
away.
amount of stuff, and
Good
they
luck.
have a serious monetary issue coming up where they have 3 bigs they're going to have to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in the double that second apron. And
Big money.
They ain't,
Big
they,
money.
I mean, yeah. And, I've been on record saying I don't think that they can have Towns on this team. But Rudy's an older player, and I just think that was just way too much value. As well as they're playing right now. What if, next year it just this is the
It could be-
Timberwolves we're talking about.
Yeah.
Next year it could just completely implode.
No, it could.
Good, yeah.
So I just think the value was too terrible to
Yeah.
as much as I do like the team this year and how they're playing.
Oh, they've been really fun.
Let's say they win a championship. Does that negate?
Yeah, if they win a
That,
championship, but do
yeah.
you think they're going to win the
I'm
championship?
not saying they're gonna. I'm hypothetically,
If they win the
did,
championship, the trade was worth it.
I don't
Any
I don't- I
trade
wouldn't-
is
that wouldn't be my
worth
first
it
pick
if
to
they-
win it this
if you
year.
win.
a chip.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's impossible, but not probable. Probably.
yeah.
Okay. So what do you think?
Am I shot or no
shot
shot?
or no shot? What was the question again? Is it?
Are they
it's
going
not
to regret?
regrettable?
They're not going to regret the.
They're not going to regret it.
I think they're not going to regret it. Actually,
I mean, I'll say shot. They're going to regret it. I mean, yeah, the vibes are great this year. They could have a great year. Who knows? Maybe a deep postseason run. But it's a lot of assets for the future, and then it's going to be a lot of money you're paying all these guys.
Yeah, and they don't want to
Just to
do
keep-
that.
yeah.
So this team
And I mean,
might
they're
this
already extended
this
some role
iteration
players,
of
too.
this team is really awesome, but it's not gonna stay like this.
in terms of like the role players and stuff.
They're gonna have to
Well,
cut
or
some
even the
salary.
big guys.
Even the big guys.
main
Well,
guys.
get rid of Cat, like you said.
Yeah, which may be a
Which
good
could-
trade,
could-
or might
yeah, could help.
not be a good trade. I don't know. He's been really good.
And now he's been good.
been
yeah.
good.
He's
Yeah.
been really good. But I guess
What if one of those
regret.
guys goes
I
to
don't
the
think
Warriors?
that they will regret it, but I don't think it was a smart idea to put all their seeds into that
yeah.
basket like
Yeah,
so
that was
early.
That was my main thing. Like, if you're doing that, it's because you're already like close to contention, and this is like the final piece
Yeah.
of the pie.
And I guess they
to
are
put all your chips into that one Gobert basket.
Uh-huh.
But they just made the playoffs,
yeah.
so they weren't close to me at all. And then put all their chips
No,
into
they
the
didn't
Gobert
feel
basket.
close to contention. Although
Yeah,
they
didn't.
They do.
They were first round exit.
more so this year.
it feels like a team
Yeah.
that might just like maybe they'll be relevant for a couple more years here, but then it might just like
just implode.
disband, and then all of a sudden Anthony Edwards is on a different team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may
Could-
not be the best setup for
So-
a
This is
dynasty,
it.
But
This is it.
I
This-
like
this.
that-
This is the
yeah,
team. They're
this
not
is
going
the
to get
team.
better than this.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah,
money's
yeah.
wrapped up.
for sure.
This is
Yeah.
the team. The only
That's-
thing is they could either trade like one of these main guys, or
Yeah, and
maybe
that's-
flip role players for other role players. I don't know.
And that's the tough thing is like, are you going to win a championship when your best player is how old? 23,
23?
23,
I
24?
think he's 23. Yeah,
Like, that doesn't happen. And
yeah, it's rare.
he's a special talent, but I don't think they're gonna get there this year. Like it's too unproven. Like when your main guy is that unproven, there's gonna be some rocky roads ahead.
Yeah,
like they might be super talented. They might play competitive series with Nuggets, but at the end of the day, they're probably gonna lose because it just takes a lot of seasoning to get through those moments.
Yeah.
You know. So I think it was just a little too early, and I feel like, instead of building something, they kind of they took they
just
made a shitty building.
Went for it. Yeah,
It's a pretty cool building to live in, but
it's gonna get run down in a
at some
few
point.
years.
It's gonna run. They're gonna need a renovation like fast, and they're not gonna have the materials.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
That's a good extended metaphor. Thanks, Chet. Who's next? You, Charles?
Well, Danny, what was your?
Yeah, what was your T-Wolves?
I mean,
Oh, my T-Wolves one, we could get through it real quick, was shot or no shot, Minnesota will still be the hottest team come March. Come March and
March.
April.
the hottest team.
I have
End of the season.
one of
But they're
mine-
just going to stay. Well, not maybe not stay this hot, but still be.
continue to be hot.
Yeah.
Oh, also for
One of the
Ben's,
hottest teams in the
I'm
league.
gonna say no shot. No shot.
Shot.
Shot
yeah.
that they will not. Regret
Yeah, I don't think they regret it,
it? Okay, so shot.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
but
Good point.
I don't think it's a smart decision.
Yeah.
I also had Timberwolves will finish with a top 2 seed.
Yeah,
So
pretty much
that's
what
the
I
same
said.
as you.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Piggy pile back on.
I'm
the
gonna go.
T-Wolves talk.
I'm gonna go shot.
I think there's a shot.
This
I think there's a shot.
I
Like
wrote.
that they're still hot. Come.
The end of the season. Yeah. Come
Yeah.
play.
I mean, obviously, I think
march
there's,
into the
there's a
playoffs.
shot of that.
They've got
Yeah.
the second best differential according to Cleaning the Glass.
Yeah.
They do turn over the ball a little too much, but
Mm-hmm.
they're first in defense. I don't see that changing anytime. I love a team with a good defense.
Yeah.
The offense, it feels like the offense has been a little bit better as of late. Like I think they struggled a little bit out of the gate, but I feel like
Yeah.
Cat has come
missed a couple
alive
games, right?
lately. And I just think they're so physical and big that
Yeah.
they're just you can lose to some bad teams when you're a defensive minded teams, but you're gonna be in like every game. That's the like as opposed to like a team like the Pacers, right?
Yeah.
Like the Pacers they're going to give up 100-something points they could lose to anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, and they could get blown out a bunch of times, I think. But like, I don't see this. I see this team, like they are a little bit more mentally tough than they were previous years.
Oh yeah, I think so.
And so I just think, I don't know. I like the team. The West is a little bit messy, and they seem like a confident group.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yeah.
I think in Gobert, I feel like has led like first and second, teams in the West before,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think it's just going to be a really good regular season team.
Gobert and
I agree.
Conley, don't forget.
Mhm.
Currently, they have
So that's a shot for me.
3 All-Stars and 2. Well, potentially.
Whoa.
Potentially, if the All-Star game was around the corner, they would have 3 All-Stars right now.
You
right?
think? I don't know.
Cat,
Why not?
Hampton, Gobert.
Yeah. Why not? Gobert's the front runner for Defensive Player of the
Gobert's
Year.
a black sheep. I'm not sure
Usually-
anyone's putting him in the All-Star game anymore.
Well, usually like Defensive Player of the Year candidates heading
Sure,
into the All-Star
sure.
weekend.
Sure.
And
Okay.
they will have 3 potential All-Stars, 2 potential All-Defensive players with Gobert and McDaniels.
Yeah, that's... I mean,
That's just fun
yeah.
in itself,
Fun
having
squad.
those 4 guys.
Yeah, totally.
Rack up some accolades potentially this year.
Racking accolades.
Okay.
Racking accolades.
All right.
Cool.
So we're all going shot on that?
Yeah, well, I
I'll
think
take a
3
shot on
shots
that,
on
yeah.
that one.
Okay.
I have been writing down what you guys.
Oh,
So far we've got
good,
so
good.
far on all my 3 we've all agreed.
I'm so glad.
So I just
All
wrote
right.
3 shots, 3 shots, 3 no shots.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to do one
Yeah,
here?
go for it.
So, okay. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren is actually the Rookie of the Year. Come on.
That's a remarkably idiotic thing that you just said, but
All right.
No, actually, I don't think it's idiotic.
All right. SGA and Chet have the best net rating amongst teams with their top 2 scores on the court.
Ooh.
Okay. He had 35 against Golden State, and he had 33 against Philly. I think he's just going to get better from here on out. Opposing teams have a 49.4% efficient field goal percentage with Chet on the court. That's in the 96th percentile.
Wow.
He blocks 3.5% of his opposing shots. But let's just get down to the base stats here, right?
Yep.
About 18 points a game, 53% from the field, 43% from 3, 8 boards, 2.5 assists, 2.2 blocks, 61 point. I forget to wrote down what that stat is. 61.6 efficient field goal percentage.
Okay.
Compared to Wemby, who's at 47.5% efficient field goal percentage. He's at a lower usage, and he's got basically the same stats.
Yeah.
And he's the second best player on a team that's fighting for home court advantage in the West.
Yep.
A little more impressive than 3-14. No?
Yeah, well, that's a team that's good.
Yep.
It has
So-
continuity.
But
And I feel like Greg Popovich is investing as much as he can in Wemby losing as much as possible.
Early in his career. I mean, kind of. Yeah, the
piling
no
it
point
up.
guard thing is strange.
Sure.
Very interesting. So there are extenuating factors. That being said, I mean, yeah, Chet is balling. He looks like fucking Larry Bird out there. He's a country boy, just grim. Just looks like the Grim Reaper coming down. When he hit
Minnesota
that-
Reaper?
That game tying 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's got moments.
He's got moments already, and Wemby's had moments. But
For sure.
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's just, if he was like the 3rd or like the 4th best player on this team, like maybe 4th or 5th best player on this
Yeah.
team, like I think, and with, similar stats, I feel like I'd probably go towards Wemby. But it's just the fact that he's clearly the second best player on this team.
Yeah.
And they're fighting for home court. Like, that's really
I mean, they're
impressive.
like, yeah.
And think about it. They were, without him last year, they were sub 500. What are they? What were they last year? Maybe at 500?
I think
They
I
weren't
think they were
over
sub.
like
I
that.
think they were 40 and 42.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
40 and 42.
Check that
so,
out. But
check
you
it
know,
out, check it
they're on a, I think they must be on like a, they're at least in a high 40s pace right
Yeah.
now. So, and
Definitely.
he's a big reason why. They didn't have a big last year.
Yeah. They
So-
had to
I'm
go
gonna,
without playing
to
the
answer
center
my own
last
question,
year.
shot.
Shot. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. It's insane how much the vibes and everyone just turned on Victor Wembanyama being the rookie of the year within a month.
40 and 42 exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Victor's just a little more raw out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been great to watch. They've both been great to watch, you know.
Chet feels like he's
Feels
got
way more polished right now.
way more polished.
Yeah.
And he's cheating. He's had a year in the league, but that's
the whole
we
Ben
call
Simmons, Donovan Mitchell
that. Yeah.
argument. How can you be rookie of the year if you're not even a rookie? Remember that shirt he wore to the game?
Who wore
Yeah.
that shirt?
Donovan Mitchell. It was a
Oh,
real
he
beef.
was
I think this was
pissed?
right before you started
About
watching
Ben
NBA.
Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah,
That's funny. Did
Okay.
Ben Simmons win Rookie of the Year?
yeah.
So what are you saying, Danny?
I was shot. Yeah,
Shot and
He looks
shot.
like the
That he
favorite right now.
is. Well, yeah, I'll say shot. I don't know if he will win it, but I'll say shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
shot that.
Okay.
Boom, boom. All right.
Do we want to do like just one more
I have
round?
one more that's a joke, but yeah.
Do you have
do
one
one
more?
more
I
round?
have one more that's a joke too.
Okay, let's do one more round.
Let me.
Joke round.
Ben, do you want to go first? Because I have to find this video.
Oh yeah, we got to see the
okay.
video.
Okay, let's.
My last one. Jordan Poole will win another ring.
No shot.
Shot or no shot? I think it's
shot.
gonna happen in some. He's gonna end up on some fucking
bench
team.
somewhere?
Like the
on the bench
14th
somewhere.
player.
Yeah, like a
On the Nuggets.
like a DeAndre Jordan or whatever on the Nuggets.
He might be out of
uh,
the league in 3 years.
He's gonna figure it out. He's gonna weasel his way in there.
endlessly
He's gonna be like,
entertaining
"I have
season
to."
from him.
So fun. The Wizards should keep him just so he. Oh man, that look away shot gets funnier every time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You want me to go with a serious one
Yeah.
here before your
Sure.
last
Yeah,
joke
why
one,
not?
Danny?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I'll say no shot for that one.
Yeah,
for Jordan.
no shot.
I'm saying
no
shot.
shot.
I'm saying shot all the way.
Okay. Okay. I struggled with the how to write this one. I wrote it in a couple different ways. I'm gonna write the Magic are a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I thought I saw you wrote top 2 seed.
No, not a top 2. No way. No shot. They are
Orlando Magic?
they are the second place team right now. But I'm
Oh,
saying
really?
they are a top 4 seed in this
Going into the
conference.
End of the season.
Going into the playoffs at the end of the season.
Wow.
Now listen, I have a stat for you here.
Yeah.
Okay. For the last 5 years, 80% of teams that finished with a top 5 defense finished in the top 4 of their conference over the. Now, if we cut it to the last 4 years, 90% of teams that had a top 5 defense finished in the top 4. They're currently 4th in defense. They have wins over Houston, Lakers, Dallas, Milwaukee, Denver, Boston, and Indiana.
Yep.
Their offense is 16th, and Franz is only, well, when I did this yesterday, I think he had a big game last night.
Yeah.
He's only shooting 28% from 3, which is down 8% from last year. They have the best point differential over the last 2 weeks. And they have a repeatable skill. They take 27.8 free throw attempts per game. So they'd have to beat out the Heat or the Knicks. And the Knicks, I guess, for top 4. As long as you're okay with Boston, Philly, and
Milwaukee.
at the top.
You know what?
What say you?
Oh, I think the Nets are coming back.
Ooh,
Get out of here. We're not
Dimwitty
talking about-
Nation, maybe. You know what? Man, at first, when you first posed the question, I was like, no shot. My Knicks, baby. New York City.
When you first posed
But-
the question,
I'm thinking about it. There's no reason why this Orlando Magic team couldn't be like the Kings of last year. There's no reason why they couldn't. The East is kind of messy right now.
What about
kind
the
of a
Pacers?
hodgepodge. I do like the Pacers. That was my pick to be the Kings of last year, this year.
yeah,
But
they kind of are.
Magic they've been great. Franz has been great.
Yeah.
Pacers
Powell's
can't
been great
play
defensively.
good enough defense
Yeah,
to
the
win
defense
at
is
that level.
interesting for the Pacers, but the offense has been awesome.
Offense is awesome.
Offense is awesome.
I wrote down a fun Pacer stat. Sorry, but then we'll get back to the Magic.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm leaning shot right now. I think there's a shot. I don't think it's a lock or anything, but I'm leaning shot.
It would be hard
They
for me to
could
say
be.
that there isn't a shot, so I will say that there's a
Yeah,
shot.
I'm leaning more shot than no shot.
I can't believe you guys. I'm gonna say no shot. Come
You're gonna
on,
say no
guys. The
shot?
Knicks. You think they're gonna have a better season than the Knicks?
Listen, things happen.
That's what
with
you
the
guys are
Knicks.
saying right now.
This is like a heat check, but I'm taking it from the mid-range, you know?
Yeah, but if the Magic are the 4 seed and the Knicks are the 5 seed, I still have confidence.
That's
going
gonna
to
be
beat them in
one
the
ugly
playoffs.
first round series.
Yeah, it would be.
Um.
But
oh,
yeah, I think I
Okay.
could see a scenario
You
where
don't
this
even,
happens.
yeah, Cleveland
I'm-
could sneak in there.
yeah, they have to beat Cleveland too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no shot. I think it's just a little too early.
It's a little too early.
I do think that they. What about avoid the
kinda see
play-in?
it.
I think avoid the play-in, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shot.
I'll
with
say
that one.
shot for
I'll go
that.
shot for that
All right.
one for sure.
Here's a fun Pacer stat for y'all to
Okay,
end
let's
this.
go.
To end this.
Here we
oh,
go
Danny
with
will end this afterwards.
Chuck's corner.
Okay, yeah, Chuck's quarter. All right, this will tell you how good the Pacers' offense is against teams with top 10 offenses. They're a league worst 30th in defense. Yet they're 3-2 in those contests.
Because of the crazy scoring, right?
Yeah, they're
Crazy
just
scoring.
at an insane rate.
Yeah,
They're just better at scoring than you are.
right. You don't got to worry about your opponent making shots if you can make more.
All right, last one here, Danny.
Last one. This isn't even a shot or no shot, I'm going to be honest. All I wrote was shot or no shot, LaMelo's Thanksgiving plate.
So we're
What's your
accepting
take?
it or not? Like if we like it?
Yeah, you guys like this
Okay,
plate.
do we like the plate
Do
or
you
not?
like
hear
what
it.
he likes for Thanksgiving?
Home
Let's
plate.
hear it.
Alright.
This is it.
Question for you, Lamelo. 3 days off, Thanksgiving tomorrow. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I mean, I got the chicken, the turkey, ham. Shit, what else I'm fucking with? Nah, that's about it. Maybe some other shit.
Happy
Peach
Thanksgiving.
cobbler.
Okay.
Yeah, the dessert. Yeah. My girl be making that, be smacking for sure.
Okay. Have a good Thanksgiving. Thanks so much,
You
Lamelo.
ass, look.
He's gonna
Chicken,
smack it for
turkey,
sure.
ham,
Facts.
peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler. It'd be smacking for sure. By the way, he cursed multiple times on live TV. That's what I want to show you. What else am I fucking with?
That's true, yeah. He did.
I'm a no shot because you can't leave out the stuffing. You gotta have stuffing.
Yeah, this is...
No sides on that
There's
plate.
no
sides.
sides. It's
It's
all
all meat.
mains.
And then
sides.
going
Yeah.
straight to the dessert.
That's
It's
a
a pro-
sicko move, man.
He's a protein boy.
He's a
Meat and
sicko
peach
move.
cobbler. You probably need
Peach
to
cobbler be
keep up the
smacking for sure.
calories for real.
I get
Probably.
that. Yeah,
But
I do.
stuffing,
but you
man.
got carb. You got to get some carbs
Stuffing.
in there.
get
Carbs
some
are a
rice
big
Carbs
with
part
are
of
big
cheese.
portion. Yeah, you got to run. Oh, for
Some kind of
Thanksgiving, too.
potatoes.
Potatoes.
mashed or something.
Come on, like I want
on.
some greens.
Yeah.
You know, some.
What are the
veg-
greens
vegetable.
that you have?
What did I have this
Yeah,
year?
what greens do you
Yeah.
have?
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and Uncle Matt. It wasn't greens, but Uncle Matt also made like a onion and cabbage dish.
Yum.
Ooh.
Where it sits under the turkey,
Yeah.
and the juices from the turkey go into the onions and cabbage.
That's great.
It's pretty great. It's pretty crazy.
You
Yeah.
just have green beans, which I love.
I love green beans too, man. It sounds good.
Alrighty.
So
Yeah.
no shot.
No shot.
No shot. I'm not
All
sure.
protein
I'm
straight to
fucking with
dessert.
a lot of other things,
Yeah,
but not
seriously.
3 meats and a peach.
Do you think Do you think his girlfriend's peach cobbler is smacking for show?
Is
I thought
his
you said-
girlfriend
oh, is
eating
his
the
girlfriend?
same thing?
No.
Probably
I don't know.
not.
Maybe.
Thanksgiving at the ball house.
At the ball.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
ball
he's
domain.
like a picky eater though. He's a young guy.
I would
Probably is
I
a picky eater.
definitely think he's a picky eater.
Lamelo, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he looks
also,
like a
also
pig.
he's the youngest sibling, right? So he always
Oh,
got
yeah.
whatever he wanted
Oh yeah.
at the table.
Get some variety in your diet, kid.
That's
some sides
that's
and all that
Lonzo,
plate.
right? Talking to
Yep. That's Lonzo.
Lonzo's.
All right, so we got 3 no shots.
So they're really good at passing.
Oh, they can pass that
Pass the
ham
peas.
around.
Throws it
And the
behind,
turkey.
pass the ham, pass the
Chicken.
chicken. All right.
Well, that's shot or no shot. Our first ever.
No Shots Podcast is brought to you by Blurts.com.
And it is time for some hometown romps. Whole notebook of notes over there.
No, it's
Oh my
I don't,
gosh,
I
it's
really
so
don't
filled.
have that much.
Look at that chicken scratch.
Looks good, though,
It's actually
right?
very
Large
neat.
chicken- Yeah,
It's not.
very
It's
nice.
not that neat. It's kind of in between. Neat.
Could be neater.
It could be neater. It could be
Just like the clips.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the thing, man. Where are we? Where are we? The Clippers, which
Clippers.
is my hometown. I wrote they stumbled, they got up, and then they crashed to the floor. That was before I think they beat the Kings last night or something.
Kings were on a back-to-back.
Yeah, and I don't. That's the kind of game the Clippers should win. And I didn't watch that game, but it's just any game, even if they have a 20-point lead, it's just you're not sure if they're going to finish it. Let's see. I wrote ISO offense, making it hard to close games with good players.
I'm not a system player.
Speed,
I am a system.
fan base, no team identity. I think that's what's always been the problem with these teams. You have good guys.
Yeah.
You just they're always fiddling with the chemistry.
Something's lacking there. Something's up.
Yeah, I added up stuff. 3 losses, they lost by 25, and when they had that, then they started winning with in the Harden era. The 3 wins they've won by 38. If you add up all their wins, it's a plus 112 point differential over 7 games. If you add up all their losses, it's minus 72 over 9 games.
Oof.
So you're winning blowouts, but you're
also
losing close
losing.
games.
Yeah.
Basically, is what's happening. Their largest loss was 18. Their largest win is by 40.
Sheesh.
And then I went through the players. I'm like, what are we looking for here? Kawhi's shooting numbers are down a little bit, although Cleaning the Glass lists him as a big for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I
don't know
have
about
some. You want me to? I have throw in some Kawhi stats here.
Please do. Yeah, that's the one thing.
Okay, yeah. So since Harden's arrival, I didn't count last night's game, but Kawhi is averaging 20.2 points a game and is 44% from the field. Before he arrived, if you take out the one dud, he played a real dud game against Orlando. If you take that out, Kawhi was averaging 26.8 and shooting 50% from the floor. His usage rate also has dropped 5% since Harden.
Yeah, and I mean, you can allow for an adjustment period there. I just have to accept Harden now because there's nothing else I can do.
What can you do?
And Kawhi, I think he did score like 34 last night or something, 33, 34.
Yeah. Is it possible this team's they're just too old?
It's possible, yeah.
I think this is kind of funny. Westbrook is 35, Harden is 34, PG is 33, and Kawhi is 32.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Yeah. I mean, not much has really changed, though. Paul George looks good.
He's definitely. I think he's the best player.
He's probably
on the
the
team.
best player on the team now. He's shooting 93.6% from free throws.
Yeah.
By the way, I learned about assist percentages when I was looking at Harden. How many of your team's shots do you assist on? Last year, he was in the 100th percentile.
Yeah.
For guards for the Sixers.
Yeah. Feeding Embiid.
It's a bit, feeding Embiid. It's a bit down for the Clips, but he's still in the 91st percentile. Zubats, is having a fine year. He's improving his offensive rebounding. His defensive rebounding is down.
Okay.
His effective field goal percentage is 61.7, 75th percentile for his position.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Terrence Mann, points per shot attempt, although his position was changed from a wing to a combo, his points per 100 shots or whatever, he's plummeted from 125.2, which was the 91st percentile last year, to 94.3, which is the 4th percentile.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Things are constantly in flux over there, and I just don't feel like we're ever going to see what this team is or could have been. Now Kawhi has played the first 17 games of the season?
That's good news.
That's his longest stretch of active playing since 2016.
Isn't that also kind of the scary thing though? He hasn't gotten injured yet.
Yeah.
These guys haven't gotten injured yet.
That is terrifying. Since 2016, he's never played 17 games in a row.
And they're 8 and 9.
And they're 8.
Since the Zubac stepped on him, right?
Zaza.
Zaza is what I meant.
Ever since Zaza.
Pachulia.
He said, and Kawhi said, I read recently, he said his knee doesn't bother him anymore after he used to bother him after games, now it doesn't. So that's a good sign, but also when is the injury? I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah,
the other knee to fall
So, yeah, I mean, Here's another dangerous Harden stat here for you. His restricted area, and this is not counting last night, but his restricted area attempt rate 2 years ago, so the amount of attempts he has at the rim 2 years ago, 28.9% of his shots came from the restricted area. Last year, 21%. This year, 12.5%. So he's not getting to the rim at all.
Harden.
Which is like what Russ does kind of well for them is like he gets into the paint, creates the penetration, and even last night you saw it, like when he's in the game, they play with a pace. He can't do anything else, so he gets into the middle of the paint there, and you get kickouts for Paul George threes, right? If Harden is running the offense and you're not getting that, then who is doing that?
It's good, Paul George or Kawhi, right?
Yeah, and so but now you're not kicking out,
and you're losing a shooter.
You're losing a shooter. So I don't know. I think like you said, like when I watch the Clippers, I see a team that's just like not very inventive on offense in any way, and I was thinking like it's just like what do they do that like just scares you? Like occasionally they'll have some nice ball movement, but it's really just pass. And then it's like it's not technically an ISO possession, but it is ISO possession. Yeah. And yeah, like those guys are scary in isolation situations, but they're not like that scary. And I wrote down like they don't do anything that sort of, helps each other per se. And when you going back to the scary thing, I just don't think that like what do they do that is absolutely deadly, that a defense is like scared of. I wrote down some of these like kind of combinations in the league, and I just don't think that anything that they have is on any of these teams' level. Like Dame and Giannis pick and roll, it's scary, right? Maxey and Embiid dribble handoff, like I'm terrified when I see that shit. Curry running off screens, Curry high pick and roll, your defenses are scared of that.
Jokic and Murray,
I'm getting to it. LeBron post up, 80 screen and roll. Like I think it's still dangerous. LeBron kind of doing anything but taking a pull up jumper is still scary. Murray, Jokic pick and roll. Jokic doing pretty much anything. Booker ISO. Like Luka with one of those old man drives. Like SGA mid range ISO. Jimmy doing whatever Jimmy does. Like those things are all terrifying. There's like none of these plays that the Clippers run are terrifying to me. Like as a defense, I'm willing to live with it. Like, because so I don't know how you get. I feel like at this point these guys are so settled in their ways that they're not gonna just like. I don't think there's gonna be a come to Jesus moment where they're all like fluidly moving the ball, and because it's just not who they've been.
There are some moments, I will say, of like harmony between these players where they're like, these guys are so reliable and so well seasoned that I just feel like the team has these confident moments and they shine through and they shoot well. Like they led the league in 3-point percentage a few years ago.
For sure.
But yeah, I agree with you that I don't think.
I think that's.
I don't know if the team.
There are possessions where you're like, oh wow, that looked really good.
Right.
But the thing is, like.
It doesn't get replicated.
It's about consistency. Yeah. Like all the plays that I just mentioned, like these teams know how to do that when they need to do that. Right? I'm not sure the Clippers kind of run into those things in happenstance. It's like, oh, that's very nice. And if they did that for the course of the entire game, they might be that good. But these aren't players who will do that for the entirety of the game.
No, and these guys have thrived on being tough shot makers.
Yeah. So I think they're just going to continue to take tough shots, and when they go in, it will look good, and when they don't, it won't.
That's the thing, yeah.
But I don't think if you're going to play like that, you're not a championship contender. You need to be able to like consistently put a product that is like the defense is flummoxed out there. Right?
Yeah.
It's a concern that I have with my own team, the Celtics. I'm not sure what they do that is like just jaw-dropping scary for the opponent, the opposing defense.
True.
I mean, their spacing is scary. That's what
just the whole team.
But that's why Porzingis, they wanted to bring Porzingis in because it gives them another element where the spacing of of a role game. So they're like trying to create that, but I don't see where the Clippers have that. And then defensively, they can't guard guards and they can't guard bigs. Yeah. So I don't, there's questions, just too many questions on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
For me. But it is, I don't know, it's been, I don't know, kind of fun watching them be a disgrace.
I never
sorry,
know what's
Ben.
gonna. No, it's fine. I never know what's gonna happen with that team. I'm just trying to have fun too.
I don't know what it is they need to fix or figure out either.
I can't
make it work.
imagine them being in a series with the Celtics or the Bucks or whoever.
Yeah, Denver
fantasizing that we even got to that stage.
Yeah,
I can't picture them beating any one of those elite teams.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got any thoughts there, Danny, about this Clippers?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what it is they need to fix. Like, it's a weird bunch.
Weird bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Harden replacing Westbrook is just like complicates things even more.
Right.
You brought up a good point, Ben. I think at the start, like it's concerning that it looks kind of the same.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because something needed to change, and this doesn't look like change. It just looks like they added another player to do the same things that they did.
And for years, people have been saying, like, oh, the Clips need a point guard, a playmaker, and now they have that with Harden.
Yeah.
But you got the most, like, I don't know.
It's not a connector, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a connector.
It's not a team. Like, he's not going to bring
That's
the
what I
team
mean
together.
with, like, it's just pass kind of ISO.
It's about Harden.
He'll throw he'll throw some nice passes to Zubats, but and he'll kick out for some threes, but it's just I think they were doing better when they played with the pace with Westbrook and Mann kind of leading the charge out there. Because like you brought up the Mann stat, like now he's kind of he's going to be more off ball, and I think a bit of his strong suit is his like chaoticness and ability to like push the pace, and that's what I'd be really concerned going forward is like. Could they just slow down to even more of a halt? I mean, the numbers don't really play it out at this point, but I just,
We'll see. I think there are some positive signs of life, but...
You can't be slow and uncreative. It's just not going to end up.
Yeah, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
I don't think... Yeah, they're the second or third oldest basketball team in the league. So,
yeah. Well,
anything else?
No, that's
BB?
it. That's it.
That's it.
Thanks for
I mean, is there some fair concerns you're bringing up over there about Clippers Nation?
Thank you for letting me have the floor, but my optimism remains unchecked. We will win.
Oh, okay.
Raise the banner.
That's that
Raise
Hardy
the first banner.
That's that
We're
Hardy.
winning the in-season tournament too.
That's that Hardy Clippers optimism.
Exactly.
Over there. Yeah.
Raise the sails.
All right.
Swab the decks. What?
All right. Moving on.
It's
what do you got next? Do you have any
trivia?
Quizzes?
I got 3 questions for you.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Do you want a current update on the scores, by the way?
Yeah, let's give an update on the scores.
Smoked.
2, 3, 4. Okay, Charles is standing at 7 and Danny's at 4.
Okay.
And here comes your trivia.
All right.
Who gets to answer first?
I'm going to go with the person losing.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Then we'll switch off. All right, for 1 point, I don't know if you guys caught this. Who's the new executive director of the NBPA?
What is that?
The Players Association.
Okay.
It's a former player who is now the executive director. It was recently announced.
I feel like I heard this when it got announced, but I don't remember. So I'm just going to throw out a wild guess and say Mike Miller. Yeah, didn't feel good.
Charles, you got a guess there?
My guess is Andre Iguodala.
Did you know that, or was that?
I did know that.
Okay. All right. There's...
So it wasn't much of a guess, was it?
Is Iguodala like retired? I didn't even know he retired.
Yeah, he did
He did
retire.
retire. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, and then he became this director.
Yeah, he does have a podcast with Evan Turner. It's
I was
pretty
listening to his
entertaining.
podcast recently. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
All these basketball podcasts have been fun. I mean, from actual players
yeah,
is what I mean.
we listen to podcasts.
Yeah, we don't just make them.
I
We don't
think
just make
it
podcasts.
is, some of the players, I can't listen to some of their
Oh,
podcasts. But
no, yeah.
Andre and they do a
Evan,
good job.
They do a good job.
I saw them on with JJ.
With JJ, yeah, I saw that too, yeah.
All right, so the rebound goes to Danny and gets another chance. Well, not the rebound. I guess Charles just made the shot, so now it's
Yeah,
Danny's
so now it's my
possession.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right, this player owns his hometown team in Braunschweig, Germany, and his nickname is the Menace. For 2 points.
Jesus Christ.
For 2 points.
Yeah.
Active player. Can I ask questions?
One question.
You can. Okay, one question.
Active player.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Dennis Schroeder. Hey.
That's 2 points for D, everybody. All right, he got this. Well, he
Yes,
didn't
he
get
has
the
the
stop.
math.
How come mine wasn't worth 2 points?
Because it
That
was
one
easy.
was. Oh my gosh.
The next one is worth 2 points, and now it's your shot. So.
No shot.
I think you probably will get this one, actually. Oh, okay. Where did my notes go? Okay. Last one. 5 players. This was from a Thinking Basketball video I was watching. 5 players had 40 rebounds and 10 blocks in their first 4 games. Bill Walton, Elijah Wan, David Robinson, Mutombo, and Shaq. The 6th player to ever do that, 40 rebounds and 10 blocks in the first 4 games, is a rookie this year. And who is it?
40 rebounds and 10 blocks.
Yeah.
In the first 10 games?
First 4 games.
4 games? Oh boy. Well, it's really tempting to go. Oh. That's going to be Osar Thompson.
Well played, sir.
I really wanted to say Chet, but then I was thinking about he's been crazy, man.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. All right, you get 2 points for that. And that's all my trivia for today.
Thanks for playing, Ben.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Once again,
One day I'll do
losing the
trivia.
trivia segment. Losing around trivia. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Yep, and if anyone can still guess what that sounds from.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
we still have
Christ.
zero
It's from
clue.
Blade Runner, right?
No, it's not from Blade Runner.
I'm getting
close.
It's a political movie, though.
It is a political one. All right.
All right. Well,
Since we're closing the podcast, right?
yeah, this is the closer.
Time to talk about...
What do we do when we close the podcast?
we talk about food.
Talk about
No,
baseball.
we already did that. Baseball Monday.
Well, should I talk about the Baseball United League?
It's your floor,
Your floor,
Danny.
dude.
My floor.
You're the baseball.
All right, I'll get through it quick. Right, Baseball United League, new baseball league in Dubai. Pretty fun so far. 4 teams. You got the Cobras,
Do they have, like, places?
the Monarchs. I just don't know enough.
Okay.
I think one's in India. The rest are like different places. in
You should
Dubai.
guess what the places are.
Um,
I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna do that.
I know.
The Monarchs. You got the Wolves, and you got the Falcons.
Those are some cool names.
Yeah.
The Falcons, because people be falconing out in the desert,
Oh yeah.
you know.
There's Falcons out there in Dubai.
All right.
Surely.
So why?
Baseball. I don't know. Baseball. They want baseball over there in
Baseball's
Dubai.
big.
they
Baseball's
got
big,
money.
baby. Why not?
But fun thing. I think you got a bunch of cricket players in here.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wait, the cricket players are transitioning to baseball?
Yeah,
That
Dubai.
is cool.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
There's some fun former big MLB players over there. They had a draft, right?
Oh, cool.
Karan Patel was the first pick. I think he's a cricket player. I'm not sure. This is my American ignorance coming up. Third overall pick, though, to the Wolves, Didi Gregorius.
I remember
What?
Didi Gregorius.
Yeah, everyone's
Really?
Derek Jeter replacement.
Can't believe he's not. How old is he?
I don't even think he's 40 yet.
I
to be
know.
honest.
I feel like he should be in
He
his
played
30s.
a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his 30s for sure. The fourth
Dang.
pick right after that to the Falcons, Didi Gregorius went to the Wolves, face of the Wolves. Pablo Sandoval.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect for him.
Big Panda. What was his name?
Panda.
The Panda.
I
Right?
think something like that.
Aldridge Simmons went 8th to the Cobras. Oh wait, I skipped a good old Robbie Cano went 6th to
my
the Wolves. So you got Didi and Robbie playing
Wow.
side by side. And of course, last but not least, at least as far as the baseball players I know their name, Big Sexy Bartolo Colon.
Oh my gosh.
Still doing it.
Wow, this might be worth a watch.
16th overall. And guess what? It's going strong. They already did their All-Star game. But it was news recently. Pablo Sandoval made history. So I don't know how it works. I'm sure there's videos and articles out there. You could look it up. But Pablo Sandoval, the former San Francisco Giant fan favorite, hits world's first 6-run home run.
Wait, do they have
How?
more bases over there?
No, they have a golden ball.
A
which
golden
is
ball?
worth twice the amount of points. So he hit a regular
So-
3-run
So
home run.
you could score 8 runs.
But you could hit a grand slam for 8 runs in this league.
that must feel good.
That's crazy, right? So that's funny.
That is so cool.
How
That
often
happened, like,
does
2
the
days ago.
golden ball come?
I don't know. I don't know if it's one pitch
Is it
or
like
if
the
it's a whole
snitch?
at bat or if
Oh.
it's like a whole inning. I don't know.
The pitcher just pulls it out and he's like,
Yeah,
No,
but it's
it's
a cool.
Did you watch any video of this?
I saw a video of the golden ball.
Is
and there's
any
a John Boy?
yeah?
breakdown
Is
of
there
it as
any
well.
like
I think
are they Bollywooding it up? Like, cause cricket they like create like cricket is crazy over there, but
Yeah.
it's like they make it this huge. It's like WWE
Yeah.
almost over there.
Yeah,
the way
kind
they.
of. Like there's fireworks.
That's
I
how they
didn't
love
watch,
to do things.
I didn't watch anything
It's a
about
party.
the All-Star game, but now I want to go back and like watch
Yeah.
whatever footage of this All-Star game that exists. But yeah, kind of. It looks like it. I mean, they have
That's
a freaking
fun.
golden
and
ball.
this is all taking place where?
This is in Dubai.
In
right?
Dubai. Okay, so
I
in
think
the,
there's
in the UAE.
yeah, there's a
Cool.
few different Middle Eastern like India. I think is involved and
Well, India's kind of far.
yeah.
From
I
Dubai.
think they might have one of the teams might be an India team. I could be wrong.
Cool.
though.
Yeah. I know. I was just curious.
And it's called the Baseball United League in Dubai.
Honestly, sounds fun. Maybe we could do like kind of an
BUL.
actual World Series
Yeah.
for once.
Who's going to be the world champions of
well,
baseball?
you do have the World Baseball Classic.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, you got a bunch of investors like Adrian Beltre. I think
Oh,
is like
cool.
a president or something.
that's
Felix
fun.
Hernandez. Yeah,
Spread
there's a
the
few-
game.
You made
Yeah,
me want
spreading the
to
game.
watch it now. I
Yeah.
wanna
Lord
see
knows
that golden
Americans
ball.
don't care about it anymore.
Yeah, we're sick of it.
Yeah. But keeping on the baseball, moving on to close the show, we usually have like a little World Series prediction, right?
Right.
Instead of doing that, we got the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes going on over here. Yep. Give up to Shohei.
But we're not allowed to talk about it.
But we're not.
Yeah, no one's allowed to talk about it.
No one's allowed to talk
That's
about
a
it. Shohei,
remarkably
it's been.
idiotic.
What?
Well, he wants to
mum's
keep
the
everything.
words. He wants everything kept
Oh,
under
Shohei
wraps.
said no. Hey.
He said the only way I won't sign with your team if you go public with information about me and me.
Like he's been linked.
Yeah. Like he doesn't want any rumors. He just wants everyone to respect. I have a theory that Shohei's just like locked up in like a beautiful estate with his dog. Because he won MVP and the only person
Oh,
next
I
to
saw
him
the dog.
was
Yeah,
his dog,
That's
right?
cute.
I think it's just him and his dog, maybe an interpreter and his team and stuff. And I think he just has MLB teams and like players
Oh yeah.
coming to him.
He's besieged.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, you get Judge, you fly him out to Cali, right?
No,
you
yeah,
fly him
for
out to
sure.
Chicago, New
South
York.
Beach, yeah.
I think Otani's just chilling in LA, and people are coming to him.
As he should be.
As he should be. I mean, yeah.
So, who you got?
I think he's taking his talents to South Beach.
To Miami?
Yeah.
To Miami Marlins.
Uh huh.
No shot.
That would be great.
about a
if
no
you have
shot.
him and his dog and the interpreter,
Right.
and he's just saying stuff in Japanese, and the interpreter's like,
I've made a decision.
I made.
He's gonna wear like a pink check shirt too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Kanye will be there randomly.
He just recreates the LeBron podium.
Yeah, the exact
Yeah.
same
Uh-huh.
decision. It's a whole hour-long
But
segment.
in Japanese, of
ESPN.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking my talents to. Yeah.
I think that I'll go. I think I'm gonna go with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I got Dodgers too.
I
I'm gonna
think.
go across the street.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
He is a little bit of a tricky signing
Yeah,
because he's
we
gonna
don't know what
cost.
he wants.
He's gonna cost a shitload of money,
Yep.
and like he is like
$500 million.
injured a lot. And not saying that he couldn't play.
Second
but
Tommy John.
Second Tommy
of
John.
his MLB
So,
career.
If he's gonna get paid like a pitcher hitter,
Yep.
which is what makes him super special,
Yeah.
beyond just special, like how long is he realistically gonna be able to pitch? And
Pitch,
obviously
yeah.
Tommy John's getting, it's getting
It's
better.
easier to come back
Yeah,
from, yeah.
but
than
eventually
day.
you're gonna have to cut him down. And I know there's been, like he could play an outfield position.
Yeah, he said he's open to that.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, he's not only a great pitcher, he's like a great hitter.
Good hitter,
on
but
his
you
own,
don't pay like the amount of money that he's gonna get. You don't pay for like it's
Just
gonna
a
be
DH.
way above what like say Judge got. Like,
Yeah.
like because he plays, his WAR is so high because he's
Doing it
he's
both
like
ends,
basically at least a top 15-10 pitcher,
Yeah.
and he's a top three
hitter.
hitter. So like. Imagine,
Yeah.
what you would pay. He wants what you would pay for kind of
Two
both
guys.
of those,
Both of them,
which
yeah.
is an insane amount of money.
No.
So like,
He's also a huge draw for fans. Fans love him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think whoever signs him, they're gonna get their money.
who you
back.
got?
I got the Dodgers. It just I've had the Dodgers for like 2 years.
I feel like
now.
it makes sense. They're just a winning organization.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to leave.
where he's
LA.
comfortable in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the Dodgers have been great farm system, great scouting. So if he's still there in like 9 years, like they could still figure out ways to win
Yeah.
with him for the long term. It just makes too much sense. But there are rumors that he could take a short amount of years and higher like pay
Sure.
per year. Maybe do like a 3-year deal or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that seems crazy to me though, because he could get so
Yeah,
much
he could just
money.
get it now. Yeah.
And
Why
like
wouldn't
I don't
he do
know,
that?
and he might just be like a DH in 3 years or something.
Yep.
So I don't know.
We'll
It'll
see.
be
but-
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So we got Dodgers, and South Beach,
South
baby.
Beach, baby, all the way. Take him to the coral.
Miami.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
I bet
Just beat me up with Jazz
you couldn't-
Chisholm.
I bet they.
He's gonna become a totally like Miami personality. You know what I mean?
He could. That
Shirtless
would be-
on the beach.
It's gonna be on the Dan Lebitard show.
Exactly.
Why not?
With his
I don't know
dog.
about that.
Yeah.
He's gonna be chilling with Kodak and Cross.
All the Cubans.
Yeah.
there. Why not?
And Fran.
And Fran, my
and
boyfriend.
Fran.
Salute
Oh,
to
salute
Fran.
to Fran, by
Even
the
though
way.
he'll
Fran.
never
Shout out.
listen to this show.
No.
No.
Far too big.
We
we
love
love you,
We love you,
Fran.
Fran.
Love you, Fran.
Shout out.
Come back to New York.
New York, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, we'll go to the Bossa Nova place. Come on.
Yeah, you saw a tall, beautiful
Bossa.
silhouette there.
Well, that's been the No Shots podcast.
Oh, can I do a shout out to Cuba too?
Yeah,
Do
sure.
it. Get him out there.
Just shouting out my boy Prague. You'll probably never hear this either, but I love you.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Cuba.
Shout out to Cuba.
That's all I got.
All right, that's been the No Shots podcast.
Yeah,
It's a wrap.
that's a wrap. Yeah, keep shooting your shot.
Stay warm. It's a brick out there, but shoot your shot.
Gonna be a cold one.
Check the heat. See if it's working.
There you go.
All right. I'm taking my talents to
We're out.
We're out.
Good night.
No Shots Podcast is brought to you by Blurbs.com.